We make our own monsters, then fear them for what they show us about ourselves. The unwritten. Let's start with a simple question. What makes someone a good person? Is it being kind to others, helping when you can? Or is it just not hurting anyone? You might think of a good person as someone who tries to do the right thing even when no one is watching. Someone who cares about how their actions make others feel. Someone who listens, who tries to be fair, who doesn't want to see anyone get hurt. But here's the twist. Even people like that can change. Even the best of us can turn into someone we don't recognize. How does that happen? Let's go back to the beginning. When you're a kid, you look up to your family, you watch how they treat each other. You learn what's right and what's wrong from them. But what if the people you trust let you down? What if they break a promise or hurt you or just aren't there when you need them? That's called betrayal. And betrayal isn't just a big word, it's a big feeling. It's like a crack in your favorite toy. At first it's small, but if you keep playing with it, the crack gets bigger. If you try to ignore it, it doesn't go away, it just grows. That's what happens with pain. Psychologists call it a core wound. It's the moment you start to believe something is wrong with you. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough, or you're not lovable, or you're always going to be left out. These wounds don't heal on their own. They hide inside, deep down, and every time something hurts you, the crack gets wider. Think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Before you can feel happy or proud or creative, you need to feel safe. You need to feel loved. You need to belong. If those needs aren't met, if you feel unsafe or unloved or alone, everything else gets harder. You start to protect yourself. You might stop trusting people. You might try to be perfect, hoping nobody will see your cracks. Or you might hide your feelings, pretending everything is okay. But the pain doesn't go away. It just gets quieter, like a whisper in the back of your mind. Now imagine going to school and getting picked on, or being left out by your friends, or hearing someone say you're not good enough. That's bullying. It's not just about being pushed or teased. It's about feeling small, feeling powerless, feeling like you don't matter. Did you know that 1 out of 5 kids say they've been bullied at school? That's a lot of pain, and it doesn't just hurt in the moment, it sticks with you. People who are bullied can feel sad, anxious, or even get sick more often. Sometimes they start to believe the mean things people say. They might even start to act out, hurting others because they're hurting inside. It's not fair, but it's real, and it's not just kids. Grown-ups feel this way too. When someone at work ignores you, or a friend betrays you, it stings. It makes you question who you are. Here's something important. When people feel misunderstood or mistreated, they start to build walls. A survey found that lots of people carry these feelings from childhood into adulthood. They don't talk about it, but it shapes how they see the world. It shapes how they treat others. Sometimes when you're hurt, you get angry. But you don't always show it. You push it down. You tell yourself, "I'm fine." But that anger doesn't disappear. It turns into resentment. Resentment is like a slow-burning fire. It's a mix of anger, sadness, and disappointment. You might not even know it's there, but it colors everything you do. You start to see the world as unfair. You start to expect the worst from people. And every time someone lets you down, the fire grows. Psychologists call this the shadow. It's the part of us we don't want to see. The part that feels jealous or angry or mean. We all have a shadow, even the nicest person you know. Carl Jung, a famous psychologist, said that facing your shadow is the only way to really understand yourself. But most people are scared of their shadow, so they hide it. They pretend it's not there. But the more you hide it, the stronger it gets. It starts to control you even if you don't realize it. And that's how good people can start to change, not all at once, But little by little, a small wound becomes a crack becomes a gap. And before you know it, you're not the person you used to be. You're carrying pain you never asked for. You're acting in ways you never thought you would, and you wonder, how did I get here? But you're not alone. Everyone has pain. Everyone has a shadow. It's what you do with it that matters. The journey doesn't end here, because understanding where the darkness starts is the first step to finding the light, and that's what we'll explore next. All right, let's keep going. Let's talk about masks. Not the kind you wear on Halloween, but the invisible mask you put on every day. The good mask. You know the one. The smile you wear even when you're sad inside. The way you say I'm fine when you're really not. Why do we wear these masks? Because everyone expects us to be good, to be polite, to not make a fuss. People say, don't be angry, don't cry, don't be difficult. So you hide your real feelings, push them down deep inside and pretend everything's okay even when it's not. This is called social pressure. It's like everyone around you is saying, be perfect. Don't mess up. Don't let anyone see your weakness. It's exhausting, like carrying a heavy backpack you can't take off, and the more you do it, the heavier it gets. You start to think, if I just make everyone happy, maybe I'll be happy too. So you try even harder. You say yes when you want to say no, help others even when you're tired, laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You become a people pleaser. But here's the secret. Pleasing everyone else means you stop pleasing yourself. You forget what you want, what makes you happy, and you lose yourself in the crowd. That's a big cost because you can't be truly happy if you're always pretending. There's a word for this. Cognitive dissonance. It means your actions and beliefs don't match. You believe in being honest, but you hide your true feelings. You believe in kindness, but you're not kind to yourself. It's like trying to walk in two directions at once. Eventually, something has to give. Let me tell you a story. There was a girl named Maya, always the nice one. She helped everyone, never complained, but inside she felt invisible. No one ever asked how she was doing. One day, after years of being quiet, Maya exploded. She yelled at her best friend and said things she didn't mean. It shocked everyone. But Maya's story isn't rare. A study showed that people who hide their feelings for a long time are more likely to have sudden outbursts. It's like shaking a soda can and then opening it. All that pressure has to go somewhere. Psychologists call this repression. It means hiding your feelings so deep that you forget they're even there, but they don't disappear, they just wait. And one day they come out, often in ways you can't control. Let's talk about your inner child. That's the part of you that still feels small, scared, or hopeful. When your inner child's needs aren't met, you feel empty. You might try to fill that emptiness with things like food, shopping, or being busy all the time. But nothing really works. You start to betray yourself. You say yes when you mean no, stay quiet when you want to speak up, let people walk all over you. That's self-betrayal, and it hurts. Slowly, you stop being the victim. You start to get angry. You start to push back, but sometimes you push too hard. You hurt others before they can hurt you. You become what you once feared. That's the slow shift from victim to potential perpetrator. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a tiny change day by day. At first, you just feel tired or grumpy or annoyed at little things. But then you start to snap at people, say mean things you don't mean, feel guilty, but you can't stop. That's the first sign of internal conflict. It's like a battle inside you. Part of you wants to be good. Part of you is tired of pretending, and you don't know which side will win. But here's the thing. You're not alone in this. Everyone has these battles. Everyone wears a mask sometimes. The important thing is to notice when it's happening, because that's the first step to taking off the mask and finding your real self again. Ready to keep going? Let's see what happens when the mask finally cracks. Let's talk about what breaks a person. Sometimes it's just one thing too many. A friend lies to you. A boss yells at you for no reason. You lose someone you love. Or life just feels unfair again and again. This is called stress, or betrayal, or loss, or chronic injustice, when bad things keep happening and never stop. People call it the last straw. It's like stacking blocks. One by one, you can handle them. But then one tiny block makes the whole tower fall. A survey showed most people snap after a series of small hurts, not just one big one. It's the little things that pile up. Your environment matters too. If you work where people are mean, it hurts. If you live with someone who puts you down, it hurts even more. Toxic places make it hard to stay kind. Abusive relationships make you doubt yourself. You start to feel angry, but sometimes you don't know why. That's because anger can hide. Psychologists say we project our pain. That means we throw our hurt onto others. We yell at someone who didn't do anything wrong. We get mad at little things like spilled milk. This is the monster inside. It's pain turning outward. It's when you stop caring who gets hurt. You start to make excuses. You say, they deserved it. Or, I had no choice. This is called rationalization. It's how you tell yourself it's okay to be mean. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. You start to believe your own excuses. This is the spiral of self-justification. It goes round and round, and it costs you a lot. You lose friends. You lose respect for yourself. You lose your peace. The shadow, that hidden pain, takes over. You look in the mirror and don't know who you see. But remember, even monsters were once just people in pain. And pain can be healed. But first, you have to see it. Are you ready to see what happens next? Now let's imagine living as the monster. At first, you might feel powerful, but soon guilt creeps in. You remember the faces you hurt. Shame follows, whispering, "You're bad now." You try to deny it. You say, "It wasn't my fault." But deep down, you know. Sometimes you start to like the chaos, or you want to control everything. It feels safer than being hurt again, but it's not real safety. Society sees you change. People pull away. They call you names. They avoid you. You feel alone. This is called stigma. It's like having a sign on your back that says, "Stay away." Isolation hurts even more. Psychologists talk about the shadow again. You can try to integrate your shadow, face your pain and learn from it. Or you can be possessed by it, let it control you. If you ignore your pain, the shadow takes over. If you face it, you can heal. But most people are scared. Real life gets messy. People lose jobs, families break apart, friends stop calling. You feel regret. You wish you could take things back, but you can't. So you try to numb the pain. Some people turn to alcohol. Some watch TV for hours. Some just stay busy so they don't have to think. But the pain is still there. There's a myth. Once you're a monster, you can't go back. That's not true. A survey found that most people regret the bad things they did. Almost everyone wishes for a second chance. Inside, you still hope for forgiveness. You long for redemption. You want to be good again. And that hope is the first step out of the darkness. Are you ready to find the way back? Sometimes you hit rock bottom. You feel lost, alone, and tired of hurting. Or maybe one day you just see things clearly, like a light turning on in a dark room. This is called a moment of clarity. You realize you don't want to be a monster anymore. You want to change. That's where self-awareness begins. It means you notice your feelings and actions. You ask, why am I acting this way? You start to face your shadow, just like Jung said. You look at your pain instead of hiding from it. It's hard, but it's brave. First, stop justifying your pain. Don't say, "It's okay to hurt others because I'm hurting." Second, start affirming your worth. Remind yourself I matter. I can do better. Third, choose your peace over your pride. Let go of being right. Hold on to being calm. Sometimes you need help. Therapy can guide you. Friends and family can support you. You're not alone on this journey. Many people have changed for the better. They learned from their mistakes. They asked for forgiveness. They forgave themselves too. Self-forgiveness is important. It means saying, I made mistakes, but I can grow. You can rebuild trust with others. It takes time and effort, but step by step you heal. This is the journey to wholeness. You become stronger, wiser, and kinder. Now, being good means something new. It's not about being perfect. It's about being honest, caring, and real. It's about learning from your darkness and choosing the light. Are you ready for the final step? Healing is a journey, not a race. Some days you'll feel strong. Other days you might slip back into old habits. That's okay. Every step forward counts. Progress means trying again, even after mistakes. Now let's make a promise together. Write this down. I choose to heal, not to harm. Say it out loud. Let it be your guide. Every morning, remind yourself of this promise. Take a deep breath. Notice your feelings. Be kind to yourself. If you feel angry or sad, talk about it. Don't hide it away. Try simple daily practices. Take a walk. Write in a journal. Say something nice to yourself in the mirror. These little actions help you grow. Use affirmations like, I am enough, or Taimanunana, I can change. Hang them where you can see them. And remember, you're not alone. If you see someone struggling, reach out. A kind word can make a big difference. Help others on their healing path. When you heal, you inspire others to heal too. This is called the ripple effect. One small act of kindness can change a whole community. So here's my final call to action. Say it with me. I choose to heal, not to harm. Let's make the world a kinder place together. If this message helped you, subscribe or share it. Join our community of healing and hope. Remember, you always have a choice. Choose empathy, choose growth, choose hope. Thank you for listening. You are never alone on this journey.